Hello, BlerDCon. Greetings, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. All right, look, I'm going to say this up front. I am always very impressed with the people who get here before 5 o'clock on Friday. That means it's more important than your job, and I appreciate that. It's very, it's very exciting. We have a fantastic short film to show you. It's about 20 minutes. Feel free to move forward, text your friends, tell them to come in and watch this as well. I'm very excited. I am watching it for the first time with you. My name is Jason Johnson. I am a BlerDCon veteran. I teach a course on pop culture, politics, and black superheroes at Morgan State University. I'm also the host of the podcast A Word, and I am an anchor on MSNBC. So I will be your sort of DJ host, Blurred Sherpa for today, and then we'll be having a Q&A with the director of this film when we finish. So, a quick description of our wonderful film. Ife. Ifeanyi has been planning his first move. He just needs an in, or maybe an unobstructed view. His intentions are dubious but pure. He swears after securing a pity invite, he finally gets the chance he's been waiting for, but will it be too late? Ife explores the idea that the rules directing our morality are rewritten in the presence of things we want more, and how our outer face often masks an inner struggle to navigate our fears. This is great for you psychology majors or anybody else who's excited about animation of different kinds. Really looking forward to you all's responses. Take it away.
Oh gosh, yes, I heard about this.
Girl,
I'm about to try it tonight.
okay, you need to stop.
Oh my God. Oh, these people crazy, girl.
Ah.
Girl, she did not.
Yeah.
You need to cut it out. I cannot with you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But for real. Stop. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Okay, first off, I want to address some of my comments last week. A few of you were offended when I said slicking down edges was like painting windows on walls.
Yeah, let's go.
I love my lay down ladies and my kinky queens. Hashtag Team Jack
No.
Edges. Moving on. I don't know how I feel about this post I saw today. Hold on. Let me take about it off so y'all can hear me. If you haven't heard of Three Loves Theory, let me depress y'all right quick. It says you only get a first love, a hard love, and a forever love. I know some of y'all daddies are hard
Oh, shit.
love, so you know what I'm saying. Don't at me, at your mama. The whole thread was given chain letter. I'm gonna be hopeful regardless. I don't know where he is, but I know he's coming. My person could be listening right now.
What's up?
Do you know a monkey can maintain a cleaner register? Because what a monkey will see is what a monkey will do. Anti-breakful. Did I not show you how to organize and match the ones with the ones, the tens with the tens, all the way up to 50s? Oh, but we don't take 50s and 100s. Huh? I can't have another musician walking in here buying cases of champagne with Usher box. Do you understand?
Something about monkey bucks?
Is your hearing impaired, or are you intentionally daft? Ifeanyi, communicate with your friend, though. His incompetence is irritating me.
Just match the bills, man.
Unbelievable. Just match the bills, man. Now both of you are irritating the epidermis level of my skin. Conspiracidal goats. Okay, move out of my way, Joe. Oh, the toilet is calling me.
If your daddy be getting off on that drawer, I mean, I have, but I wipe up. When you hear chill,
2?
Nance!
Mm-hmm.
Nance!
Huh?
What time you out?
What?
When are you out?
Hey,
Shit.
shut up your mouth!
What, man? Damn.
You closing? I'm trying to dip, then dip in a lady. Or whatever.
If you start fucking that drawer again, I swear to God.
Hey, Pops wants you to check the manifest and the boxes out back.
Bet.
Andy wants the cold cases wiped down, buckets poured out, old milk's brought up front, and you to check for dampen infestations.
All that shit's me? The fuck? Well, I'm mighty old unassimilated ass at any goddamn way. Oh, come on, man.
I don't know if y'all be tipping too, but watch them corners.
What's it say?
The RZA and the Jizza.
Come on, Dad.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
By the texture of the air, you can smell I'm not feeling fine. Ifeanyi, can I rely on you to close?
Sure.
Did I ask you where Sally sold seashells, or if you can close the store? Eh? You see, that's the issue with human beings in your age bracket. You can't answer a simple yes or no question. Always adding invisible attitude in your response. You know what? Let me exit this place before I add some visible slaps to your face.
Like, I'm chasing a vibe. I can let it go. What are you trying to get?
Oh no, girl. Let's just hurry up. It smells like shit. So what's good?
About what?
You wishy-washy motherfuckers get on my nerves. I swear. Look, if we going out after this, let me hold that undershirt though. Mine's dirty.
Don't touch me, dude. Yo.
Oh shit.
I feel like I need more beer. Do black folk drink beer?
Is that a serious question?
You ladies see anything you like? We got everything you need for a party. Whatever y'all doing, you know.
We're good.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna be right over there if y'all need special attention.
This bitch in my building gave me some homemade kombucha.
See, some of these skin folk be changing the rules. That's rogue behavior.
But for real, let me give y'all a hand. The owner's African, but we don't put shit on the floor.
How was it though?
I flushed that shit.
Uh-huh.
Fuck it.
Oh,
You helping me clean up, right?
Girl, for what?
If y'all partying, we got mixers right there.
What you mean?
Clean up before the turn up? You better lean in. Do that shit after.
I do Captain Morgan and Pineapple Fanta. Captain Fantastic, I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Thanks.
Or I could come through and do my bartending thing for y'all. I don't even charge. I do it for tips. So, what y'all think? Or I could.
All right, we heard you. We're fine. Bye. God damn.
What happened?
Yeah, they good.
that mean one could still get it though.
If she saw it, she wouldn't want it.
Your mama still wanted it?
Look, I'm about to get whatever vibe I give. I'm done after this.
I'm done now.
You find everything okay?
Barely.
Should I tell Bane that joint was in the bathroom?
Can I see your ID?
Let me see. Come on. You got ID.
Ooh, the bigger the better. I agree. Give me that D.
This bitch.
You're good. I think I've seen you with before. Plus, I think you might be my neighbor. So, Katie, right?
Oh, for real?
You do that podcast, right?
Your podcast can never.
I was just listening to it. Not through the wall. It's dope, what I've heard. On my phone.
Thanks. I'm having this thing tonight. You should come through. Or, like, not call the cops.
Man, fuck 12. Can I come?
I guess.
Oh, cool. That's what's up. 8436.
I think that's 85.
Why is this?
Hold up.
Here he go.
Mm-hmm. You need your receipt?
I'm good.
I'll pay you $85 to uninvite them.
Okay, you need to stop.
Girl.
Yo, so you partying now?
You think you ready for that?
For what?
Her one friend, though,
Bad chick with the doodle mag?
when she bent over, I swear a bad bitch smell different.
It's in the gusset.
Gusted.
Real talk. What you did back then?
Counting her cash and shit.
Like a ghetto coin star?
Coinstar doesn't do bills.
See, that's the shit we're talking about. I thought you said you were born here.
Cause ain't no way.
Look, I know this chick got you grinning and shit, so I'm not about to stop you. And because I don't give a fuck. But no, you a whole ass fraud.
Don't let him get in your head. You got this.
Thanks, man.
If you want, I could get in your head too. I'm chilling.
Maybe just the party. So, y'all want to just...
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, what's up?
Damn, why he show up?
That's what I'm talking about. Whole ass fraud. See, I knew you weren't ready.
My bad. You know, the real flex would be if you could tongue this back up. That'd be wild.
Is this him?
Hmm?
Don't do me like that. Look at him. He look like his dick stink.
Damn.
Or like...
Man, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Well, stop. You're scaring them.
They're laughing.
Cool. Say less.
Look, I just came for Katie. Like, is she even here?
Boy, I don't know. Check. Girl.
You coming?
No, I'm gonna stay here. You go air your dick out over there. I want to see something.
The fuck is this? Rum and Fanta?
Okay.
Man, I might dip.
But you can't hang worth a goddamn, huh?
I'm thrown off. I don't know.
You got low self-esteem?
What? No.
Cause you shouldn't. You're a good-looking dude. Like, I won't, but I would if you want. Let me just fix me something right quick.
I'm good.
You better drag your coy ass home or commit. Nance knows what's up.
I like what you're doing with those pieces over there. Girl, let me see what else that tongue can do. Yeah, I like that.
You gotta be open to whatever. And whoever.
Look, man,
I'm fucking with you. I think. But figure that shit out. It's not cute.
Man, if you don't stop fucking playing...
I thought you weren't coming.
Oh, yeah, thanks for finding me.
You just had me waiting. That's fucked up.
I didn't mean... I'm here now. So, sorry.
You're sorry.
Oh. This is so... Katie.
Katie?
Huh?
The fuck? You nasty
No.
Audience, no.
His food was the best. Like, I mean, listen.
Hey,
You good?
you seen Katie?
The fuck is a Katie? Hey, Scoot probably know Katie. Hey, I need a bear. You want a bear? I want a bear.
I didn't know you got down like that. Oh, shit. What happened?
I fucked up.
You good? Do I gotta roll up on somebody?
Nah, I'm good.
Wait, where you going?
What the fuck?
Move!
Hold on, man. I got you.
Huh?
Going somewhere. Damn. Fast the ass.
Seriously?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi. I'd like to file a noise complaint. Yeah. And they just, yeah. And I think they have roaches.
Okay, that was unique. Very different. Let's get a round of applause for Iffy. So, because we want to get into the meaning of this, what we saw, what it means, everything else like that, I would like to introduce our director, Osioke Ikaru. She's gonna give her a round of applause as she joins us on the stage. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you for coming, everybody.
I need a bigger round of applause than that. Okay, there we go. And I just want everybody to know, because I asked this is not cosplay. She's just this stylish in general. So that in and of itself deserves a round of applause.
I don't usually wear kimonos, but I always find a way to wear the headdress. But thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Is
wonderful.
it optimal for me to sit this way? Maybe I could sit.
It works great. The boots, everything.
Okay.
It's stylish. We're
Thank
good.
you.
We're good. So I want to start. I knew nothing about this.
Okay.
So this was a completely novel experience to me.
I had to look to make sure there's no kids in the audience, but I guess there's not. Okay.
Look, the kids have already been affected. If they saw,
I know, there's nothing I
if
can
they
do.
saw this, they already know what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
So I hate the sort of generic question. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning because it's the thing that I was left with. What is the symbolism of the bugs? Like that's the big mystery of this. What's the symbolism of bugs?
For sure, and like I hope it kind of came across, but it's more so like they were triggered by his anxiety. So it's like his anthropomorphized anxiety. So I don't know, like for me as a person who gets nervous, I don't know how nervous I look out right here, but sometimes you're in situations where you feel kind of like antsy and you feel like, you know, like you're experiencing situations a lot differently than they're seeing. And so for him, like what he kind of deals with is like kind of, you know, kind of a hypersensitivity to things that make him uncomfortable. So like you'll see it starts off initially like after he, you know, he's kind of peeping into her apartment, and then later on when he's confronted in the convenience store, and it comes to a head when he's like going through her medicine cabinet. So it's just, you know, comes to a head.
And I always it's interesting because the way that we've evolved in filmmaking that goes from being cute to stalking. As we see it in animation, you know, there was a time where you stood outside somebody's window with a boombox, and that was considered romantic. So now we'll go a little bit backwards. How did you get to making this? Why is it animation instead of live action? What was the process? Just take us a little bit through the journey to make Iffy.
Actually, it was going to be live action initially. We got started, I would say, like in 2019, and then COVID hit. We were going to, I think we were probably going to shoot in May of 2020. I don't know if you guys remember where you guys were in May of 2020, but
At home. You were at home.
you were at home. I guess everyone was at home. And so we had, I think in the beginning, people were like, oh, in 6 weeks, it'll get back to normal.
Yeah.
6 weeks came and went, 6 months, and like this, the whole production fell apart. And I was talking to my sister, and I was like, I don't know what to do to kind of resuscitate this idea. And then she was like, why don't you try animation? And she's not like a huge animation fan, but like as me, for someone who loves animation, I was like, it's cost prohibitive. There's like no way that I could like afford to make it work because I could barely make live action work. And and I was like, okay, I'll think about it. And I didn't think about it. And so what actually made me think about the idea more was I was watching Comic-Con at home in 2020. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of panels that were on YouTube. And one of the panels I watched, it was an animation panel. And people were asking them how they were affected by COVID, like how it's changed. They were like, well, nothing's changed for us. We work in solitude. Like things, if anything, it's been busier. And so I was like, you know what, like there's maybe like some kind of credence to it. Like, let me look into it. And so from July of 2020 up until like February 2021, we were just looking for Black animators and just trying to see how like feasible this was. And so that's essentially why it became, it was possible.
So when you're looking for Black animators, where did you find them, right? Like, I know a lot of people who want to do voice work. I know a lot of people who are in animation, but finding somebody who is good, finding someone whose animation style fits the story you want to tell, and finding somebody who's going to go through with the process, right? It's not going to flake out halfway through or 3 months in or something like that. How'd that work?
Initially, like, because I didn't know where to start, I thought, where do all the talented people live? And like the answer was Instagram. And so I went to Instagram just to see like where Black talent was, like people, like who were people following. And it kind of went down to like 2 or 3 people. There was one that was like based in France. There was one that was based in, oh my goodness, there was actually one. I found out that the animators for the band Gorillaz, that like
I love their video. Yeah, their music is awesome.
They're great,
yes,
right?
yes.
And so like they were half Black, and I was like, I'll take it. And so
the Obama principle.
I was like, they'll be
yeah.
on the short list, right? And so I sent them an email, and I was like, hey, I'm working on a short film. Like, if you guys don't mind, like can I provide you a proposal? And they're like, absolutely. And so I sent them a proposal, and then they're like, oh, thank you for your time, but it's a little bit under. And I was like, humor me. How much would it cost? And then because they're based in London, they were like, I think they said like 50 to 150,000 a minute. And I was like, this is like 17 minutes, And so I was like, well, thank you for your time. Like, it gave me like a reference point. Anyway, so there was another person I met in, the person that was based in France. And I think his was a little bit more expensive than I'd like. But then I was like, okay, well, I love his style. It was like absolutely amazing, but I just couldn't make it work. I think his was maybe like $30,000 and then like $5,000 a month after that or something like that. And I kind of just put it out of my mind. And then someone out of nowhere, maybe like 2 weeks later, someone emailed me. They're like, hey, in my network, someone recommended that I apply. Do you mind if I like submit for a proposal? And I was like, absolutely. And the person's work was incredible. I don't know if you guys watch Primal on Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Primal, Jenny Tartakovsky.
Exactly.
You guys know Primal,
If you don't
right?
watch it, it's
Yes,
like,
yes.
it's like a dinosaur opera. It's amazing. And so their studio does the coloring and compositing for Primal. A very small South African studio, and they're growing. Thankfully they're growing. But I was just blown away by this person's work. They didn't have a lot of references, but I was like, you know what? Like, I don't have that many options right now.
Right.
And they also, they work with
they're
Primal.
going to hustle.
Exactly. Yeah. And so that's basically where I found it. So essentially they found me, which I thought was amazing.
And so how long, because first off, I don't know about you, I didn't know that much about animation, so even hearing $50,000 a minute, I'm like, this just changes my whole opinion.
And they thought they were cheap.
Right, exactly. They thought you were giving you a hookup by
Yeah.
saying $50,000 a minute. How long is the process, right? So the animating, you have to draw, you have to do your storyboards. So from the moment that you sign these animators in South Africa to you had your first, I guess, visible draft that you could look at, how long did that take?
It took a while, actually. So we were talking 2020, and we just finished this film, and again, it was only 18 minutes. We finished this film July of this year, or last year, excuse me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because during the process, a lot of my animators got poached for, I don't know if you guys watched Kizazimoto on Disney. So yeah, it's like an animation anthology. And so I would say like half, if not like 70% of all the animators, like they got taken by Disney. And I was like, leave me to go to Disney, you know, it's like, get that bag, but come back.
Right.
So like it took like a year that we were like paused, you know, just to make sure that they were able to do that and see whoever was left. But people also went off to like more lucrative opportunities. But I don't know if you guys even saw, like when you watch the film, sometimes there's like slight animation style differences, which kind of annoy me. But it's also because, you know, like the time that it took and like finding new people and just trying to push through and tell the story.
So when you see something like this, and there's various influences you can tell in the animation, there's various influences when you think about the story, what was your inspiration, right? Did you come up with this because, hey, I want to tell a personal story? Did you come up with this because, you know, you liked sex farces, American Pie, chewing gum, and that inspired you? What was the sort of creative inspiration for Iffy?
Well, I would say the inspiration is being a little crazy myself. I think what made me want to tell it using men instead of women is I feel like people are a lot more sympathetic to male characters. And I thought, let's scapegoat men a little bit. You know, like instead of people saying like, oh, she's crazy, it's like people, I feel like they just are a little bit more sympathetic to like either like lovelorn men and like you were saying, like standing out someone's house with a boombox. Like I think one of the reasons that it's even called Iffy, it's because, you know, I want to kind of tread that line of what you think is socially acceptable. It's like he shouldn't have done the things that he's done. Like who cares? Like if he really likes her, it's like, you know, I don't know. I feel like there's a problem that I have with people like kind of aligning with their problematic faves when it's like, no, like people should still be under the same kind of rules that you think that you would hold yourself to. But, you know, you kind of let things pass if, you know, if they're sympathetic enough. And I did forget your question, but, oh, what inspired it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so, so it's basically just those kind of ideas drove it. One thing that was great about moving from live action to animation was that like kind of anthropomorphization of
That works. I'm not going to grade you.
his anthropomorphized anxiety. It's not something I would have been able to do. So it was great to kind of lean into like the dynamism of animation to tell that part of the story.
At first, when I first took a glimpse at him, I was like, I couldn't tell if they were bugs, and I was like, oh, is it spiders? Is this like an Anansi thing? But I was like, oh, okay, no, it's just bugs.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, bugs, beetles. He gets bit. You know, his intergalactic abilities to pick up people. So here's the other thing. When I watch this, I'm following along with the story. All of that sort of seems clear. How'd you find the voice actors? Because there was a lot of depth to these various people. You had the sort of the weird guy. You had the guy who was clearly battling with his issues of sexuality and boundaries. You had sort of the cool guy at work. How did you find the people to embody these roles? Because it's only 17 minutes, so you got to get a lot in your voices.
Right. It's funny because I know I said initially this was going to be live action. So during COVID, when we were trying to pick up the pieces of production, I was trying to find out if I can use the same people. So I was hitting them up individually, and I was like, hey, do you guys still want to work on this thing? And they were all like, bet, like I would love to work on this. And I was like, okay, great. Found a local voice studio, and then I was like, all right, I have, you know, a film, like price worked out, everything worked out. And she's like, oh, there's one final thing. Just want to make sure that they're vaccinated. And I was like, well, they're working actors. They're vaccinated. I had 6 professional actors. Some did like multiple voices. You want to guess how many were vaccinated?
I'd say 2 max.
None of them were vaccinated. Not a single one was vaccinated. And the reason, like, obviously, I'm pro-vax. Leave if you want.
Right.
But the woman, her dad was battling cancer at the time, and so she was like, I don't want him to be, you know, weakened further. Like, it's a kind of a red line with me. And I told her, I was like, no one is vaccinated. And I was just like, this was a lady I met off Yelp. I was like crying on the phone with her for 45 minutes. And she was just, and by the end of that call, I was just like apologetic because we were like setting up this time. And then she was like, you know what, if there's one person you have to pick, she was like, I might say no, like I'm not going to charge you a deposit because I might just like completely cancel it. But if there's one person you had to pick, who would you pick? And I don't know if you guys recognize the voice of Dulo. I am Dulo. Anyway, who cares? Anyway, he was one of the voice actors. I was like him, you know, because he had a large social following. And so she was like, whoever, you know, like I'm going to treat them like a leper. We have to just like make sure that, you know, that it's fine. And so we did, and I was able to find her. And so I was like, okay, great. We have one person.
One vax?
We have one
Okay.
person. And then we had to just kind of go online and just find people. Like I don't know if you guys remember like Sita's World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, how young?
That's some very millennial
Sita's World.
stuff. Yeah.
And so the voice of the person with the finger waves was Sita, and so like I was very fortunate to have her, and everyone else is just like we're just people that I was blessed to find like through like I think it was like Backstage is where I used to find
Backstage,
them.
okay.
Yeah, but they were great.
So now that you've had this made, now that you've had Iffy made, what has been your process? So how many festivals have you been in? How many awards have you gotten? How many awards are you sort of signed up for? Like all these things, what's been the journey since this was finished in July of last year?
So yes, again, this was finished July of last year, and I would say since then we've gotten into about 28 festivals.
That's fantastic.
Which was
round of applause for that. 28 festivals.
Thank you.
That's a festival for everybody in the room, plus 5. So this is key.
So yeah, we did 28 festivals, and I would say we probably got I would say maybe 6 or 7 awards, like Best Animation Awards, which was really great. We got some finalists for some awards. Oh my God!
Well, name them. What are the Best Animation Awards?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
She's got so many. She does not remember.
No,
this is a good sign.
It's a good problem to have, but it's also incredibly messy. So I apologize. But then one thing that happened to us recently is we got nominated for an Image Award, which I was really happy about. We didn't win, unfortunately. But I know it's cliche to say that it's an honor to be nominated. But if you look at those pictures of me holding that certificate, you would have thought I had like a handful of Oscars. Like I just was cheesing like from ear to ear. So it's been a crazy journey, and we have more festivals ahead. So very excited.
That is fantastic. So when you make something like this, is the idea is this proof of concept? So somebody gives you, can make it a whole hour-long film? Is it so that you can get funding for, completely different ideas? What's the purpose of making something like this in furthering your career?
So the purpose of like this particular idea, I would say it's a proof of concept. So this short film kind of functions as what we're calling our episode 1. And so right now what we're working on is an animatic, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term animatic, but it's essentially an animated storyboard. So right now we're working on the script for our animatic, and then we plan to shoot that and have the animatic so we can essentially tell like a black and white kind of stilted version of the story, so we can do crowdfunding for that and try to have that finished. And then beyond that, I think we're trying to see what we can do to like kind of broaden the world of this story, and to see if we can get a series. It's a bit risque, so I know there are limited avenues for adult animation, so we might have to like peel it back a little bit, but that is the immediate plan.
So if thinking of an animatic, my first thought, literally, because I was sharing this with my students yesterday at Morgan State, I showed them like that really, really, really old video by AHA. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah,
right?
Take On Me.
Is that animatic? Is that kind of how that looks?
Kind of, yeah. I would say like it's just like stilted movements, like the characters aren't like fully fleshed out, and you have like a general understanding of what they look like, and their emotion comes through, but you just don't have the movement.
So a little bit about you, right? We've talked about the project. So
Yeah.
see, somebody who says they have anxiety, so now I'm going to ask
That's what I
you
was
the you
thinking. I was
questions.
like, am I up
no,
to it?
I almost got away.
Let's keep it
People are
surface
gonna ask
level.
me anything about me.
Oh, look at the time. We have 4 minutes. But go on.
So where did you study? Like, tell us a little bit about you. Did you go to school for this? Were you just like, hey, I was working as an accountant in a cocktail bar, and then I decided to do this?
It's kind of like like what you said, the accountant in a cocktail bar. So I still have a regular job, So I started writing. Let me even take it a little bit further back. So right now I work in advertising. Before then I was working. I lived in Japan, and that's kind of an ode to Japan now. But I lived in Japan, and I didn't have a TV, and so I was writing, and I didn't have that many lesson plans, and so I was pretending to like do work, and I was writing lesson plans or writing scripts in my spare time, and so that's kind of the path I did. And so I never thought that animation would actually be where I did. I'm very glad this story ended up being an animation story, because it's kind of been like my love. I've loved animation, anime like the entire time. And again, forgot your question.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. I was wondering what your background is. So you were in Japan, I assume, because you were battling the Yakuza, because you
Part
were
of it.
witness protection.
Hiding
what
from
took
American
you to
Yakuza.
Japan?
So yeah, I was an English teacher there.
Okay.
Yes, and so I don't know if you guys heard of the JET program. I did the JET program, and if you guys haven't heard of it, like it's a great experience, honestly. So I was there for 3 years.
Oh,
I
wow.
only planned on being there for 1 year, but then like the economy tanked, and so
Yeah.
my parents were like, "There's nothing for you here. Stay there." And so yeah, like I kind of deepened my love for animation then, and it kind of stayed in the back of my mind as like a hobby or just something I enjoyed doing. But I was like, okay, it never, ever, ever occurred to me that I could potentially, write something. And so, yeah, I think it was more of kind of like a bored thing that I did. And I was like, you know what? Like, I love who I am when I'm writing. I love how funny I think I am. I love the kind of worlds that I'm building. And so, still trying to lean into that. And I feel like I'm getting there. So it's been a fun journey so far.
So I'm going to ask you this before we start taking some of these questions to the audience.
And are we still good for time though, for real? Like I'm wondering. But go ahead.
I've always been curious about this. I have a number of friends who are expats who have bounced in and out of the world. I know it's a generic question, so I'm not going to ask you what's it like to be black in Japan, right? Whatever. But my question is, what was the expat community like there? I mean, as you were teaching English, so I assume you were, you met other people who were Americans who were there. What was that community like for 3 years?
Yeah, so I lived in an apartment called like a jutaku, so it was like just like a teacher-led thing. One thing that was really great was that our rent was subsidized by the government, and so I only paid the equivalent about $90 a month for rent, which really makes those $30K a year checks like last.
Okay.
But the expat community there was just like a bunch of like struggling, recently graduated people. And one thing that was really great about it was that, I've never met like a lot of people from outside of the country. Like I went to like all black school, like elementary, high school, college. Well, no, not college, excuse me. Yeah, no, not college. But like I was just thinking.
You don't remember if you were an
No,
HBCU?
no, because I was just thinking. I was like, well, I kind of made it really black because all the stuff I did, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I went to Berkeley, but
Yeah, that's not.
I was like, what? But I legitimately forgot because there's all this stuff there. Like Berkeley can be kind of black. Anyway. But the expat community there, it really made me realize that it's like America, a lot of people do not take us seriously. A lot of people have some pretty strong ideas about who we are. And so it made me kind of reevaluate not just like my black self, my American self. And so it was nice to kind of have that, step back so I could, just present differently or present, authentically.
That's awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to open up to some questions. I find the easiest way to do questions is to first remind everybody of the most important rule, which is ask a question. A question, right? We don't need like a whole lecture. But do we have oh yes, we have a microphone right there. So anybody who's interested in asking questions, please come on up. We promise we won't bite, regardless of what the themes of the short film were. Come on up.
And all good if no questions. Yeah, like I see someone walking up, but I'd also be interested if anyone else is like a creative or working part-time, if there's any questions you have regarding that too, so feel free. No, go on.
I really enjoyed your short. I was really curious at the beginning, you kind of established the protagonist is like he uses, or his porn usage, or is there like a correlation between that and his anxiety manifesting as like the bugs, and is that something you were going to expand upon like in your series?
Yes and no. So like even though I had to look around to see if there's children around. Even though like it functioned as pornographic material, it still just was her podcast. I don't know if that was clear.
Yeah. That's. I was like,
So
it wasn't
like,
my porn.
I didn't mean to say like straight.
No,
like
it's all
porn,
good. But anything could be porn if you're focused enough. But what am I saying?
That's something to unpack.
Well, I'm just saying it is true. But no, in my I would say if we were able to get like a broader series, I would like to kind of delve more into that and just kind of what's the mindset behind some of his decisions. And I think since he was holding his phone, and we did want to find a way to kind of exhibit that things were getting out of control for him mentally, and that he was kind of like spinning out of control. Like that's why we did like what do you call it? Like we call them digibugs, and so that's why it came out of his phone like a virus. And that's why it also kind of followed his journey of anxiety to the party when it just, kind of, expanded. But Yeah, like if we did do a series, it wouldn't necessarily be the bugs per se, but we'd like to have different ways to kind of illustrate that he kind of experiences things differently. And so that's one of the themes that we're going to do in episode 2 as well.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you. All right, next question. There's got to be some brave and bold people. So while they are gaining their strength to come up and ask questions. So here's the other thing I was going to ask. So when I look at these characters, I thought about, all right, so we've seen sort of the nerdy person trope, and you said that you find like that there's a bit more empathy towards men being clumsy as opposed to women would sort of be stereotyped. Why do you think that? I mean, obviously we can have a larger, clear discussion about, the patriarchy and rape culture and everything else like that, but is that something also that you've seen in movies or cartoons where you're like, yeah, I know if I do this with women, it's going to be received like this?
I would say it's like kind of a lived experience thing, and let me know if I'm the only woman in the room who feels like men sometimes are given a little bit more grace. But I feel like I just wanted to show that men can again, I did say I wanted to scapegoat men, but I also did want to show that there are different types of masculinity. There are different ways that men kind of experience things, and like I think even all of the men in the show, like they're very different forms of men, and they also like interact with each other differently. And so just to show that, I thought was like an important thing. One thing that kind of bothered me about my story, that I think I was so focused on kind of flipping it so I could tell a men's story, it's like I feel like I neglected the women a little bit. So again, if we do on the episode 2 or even beyond, I'd like to kind of lean into some of the representational struggles that women go through. Because even though everyone is like having a human experience, I feel like we're giving people different grace based on who we project them to be. So.
All right, thank you so very much. That is our wonderful, wonderful director. Please give her a round of applause. Please give us a bow.
Oh, well, you know what? It's going to be like culturally insensitive if I do a bow in a kimono. So thank you guys very much.
Okay, thank you.
I'll do a salute.
I did not know. Thank you all so very much. Really appreciate it. If you want to find additional information, what is your social media so people can follow you, go fund you, donate, whatever they got to do?
Yes. So right now, you can follow us at IffyShort on Instagram. We also have at IffyShort on TikTok, but it's not looking so good right now. So Instagram is where to be, and
follow you directly.
If you guys, there will be parasocial relationships if you guys follow me, because I just post boring stuff.
That's A-okay.
Okay,
That's why you're here.
It's at Osyoka, so it's just concerts and wrestling. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you
Thanks
very much.
so much.
Appreciate it. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Are off. So there we go. If you guys have any additional questions, Osyoka will be here. You guys can sort of line up. Make sure that you ask any questions here. And I'll see you all throughout the rest of BlerDCon. See ya.